What's going on, guys and gals? Michael from Glowbox here. We're doing the live stream, guys. We're doing our learning character animation live stream here. Good morning. I'm here with the scene open. I've got my Dick Tracy mug that is filled with coffee, and we're excited. So yeah, here as a brief kind of explanation for every little live stream I start, I just kind of explain everything here. We're doing this literally learning character animation with these two fantastic rigs here that you can find on Blender Cloud for free. And this is Vincent and Rain version 2. Make sure that's the only one that's free. They're both free and copyright. Creative Commons, whatever. You can use them commercially as long as you credit Blender Cloud and all that. I've got all the links in the description and whatnot. So if you guys are interested in jumping in and trying out these rigs, you can do that. And there's some videos along with it on Blender Cloud that kind of walk you through how to do it. Let me just finish setting up my stream as it goes. You have to start the stream and then change some things, and after you start the stream, at least that's the way I've only found that you can do certain things. You saving? Okay. And no. And you doing it? All right, so let's take a listen real quickly to, I gotta remember to do this and not also play my music. I guess I can't really play music because I'll get DMCA'd by accident. I'll forget. So we'll start off with where we're at. And so what we're doing to keep things kind of interesting and fun is to animate a little and then render and cut it into the scene. And we're doing this the very first time, very back-ass word, in that we're not recording audio first. We're going to be ADRing to the lip sync. So I'm like guesstimating, oh my gosh. I just have hair all over my face. We're kind of guesstimating how the lip sync goes, and we're kind of learning by using kind of one of these charts and just doing our best. Is that saved? Okay, cool. So yeah, let's do a run through. Had a day, huh? Day. Let me lose frame rate right there for no reason. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. A day. Don't even get me started, Rain. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so it's hard. It'll be, you know, my ADR will on the day be fine, but you can get a chance to kind of look at it. She says, had a day, huh? Or like had a day. She says something like off screen. What we need to figure out also is on this cut, you can see her jaw moving. So I gave that, I can use a line there to start her dialogue on this frame. And then kind of whatever they call it, J or L cut, onto this. And she says, had a day. And I should probably turn, you get the drift that there's music happening. We're gonna turn the music off. And he goes, a day. Don't even, so he says don't as he comes on this take. It's a lot. Don't even get me started, rain. I mean, that's what happens in that, which will match 180 art after 50 takes. And then we just kind of reuse some of the footage back here we already rendered to extend the scene and for reaction shots. But I think then what's going to happen is she looks at him like, and then her jaw moves again, so we can also start another L cut of her starting dialogue here and jumping into now what we're doing on this stream, which we've cleared everything up, so we can do some rain lip syncing, lip animating. And there we go, caught up. Wow, I'm already exhausted. So it's like in that the J cut right before we cut to her, whatever we call that freaking cut, I gotta figure out what that is exactly called. She'll say, "What's new? What's new, Vince?" And then yeah. She'll say, "What's new, Vince?" in the where her face isn't showing, and then it'll cut to. I don't really. It's not. It doesn't have to be deep or. This is the pilot episode. It's so important what they say. It's not, or it shouldn't be anyway. This is just practice. Did you guys ever see the first episode of The Simpsons before it was actually drawn better? It's pretty hilarious. What's new, Vince? Let's hear it. Oh, what happened? What happened today? What's new, Vince? Okay, spill the beans. I don't want to make the line too long. I don't want to make the stream too long. Trying to kick these down to like 2-hour streams, and I've also got to jump on my other gig. So give me a moment, please. Let's hear it. No, she's like, it's. She's not asking what's new, Vince. Like, what's new? Like, genuinely, she's like, yeah, what's new, Vince? We still haven't figured out what Vince's job is. We know Rain is a bartender. We have to throw in New York. Our job is to throw in New York and Vince's job in this very short conversation as an introduction to these two characters. And I'm keeping their character names from Blender Cloud as a Thank you, homage, or not care. Okay, so I don't want. Yeah, this could turn like lip syncing takes a long time, of course. And I mean, there's so much lip syncing in a short film. It doesn't have to be. You can show, not tell. But I'm not doing a bunch of detailed animations either, so it's all about the character animation. You like my... This is the new version of Final Draft. They slimmed it down quite a bit. And I prefer the formatting where everything is left justified. What's new, Vince? New York tax attorney? No, how about he's what does he do? Let's quickly animate what's new, Vince, and then yeah, oh yeah. She goes, oh yeah, in the J cut, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh yeah. What's new, Vince? So don't even get me started, Rain. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh, don't even, oh fuck. Maybe we can cut this earlier. Yeah, just do a, this is like, okay. Oh yeah, well. Oh yeah? Well, what's new, Vince? Maybe she's, oh yeah, well. And then what's new, Vince, is what? What's new, Vince, is what we start animating with. Probably back to this shot, the Rain OTS shot. We'll start with the lips, do the head movements, and then work on the eyebrows and eyes. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's do this. She does say, yeah, well, what's new, Vince? So, oh, she starts with the most, my annoying, difficult one. Let's try to find it. Let's try to find how we do that. Boy, that performance is garbo. And I can't do solid mode for some reason. Has her rig being broken for me, and I don't know why. I didn't import her properly into the scene, which we will fix on the next one. It's weird. You can open her directly from her blend file and she's fine, but I already had Vince and his rig in here and a little bit of animation done, and then I brought her in. I didn't create a proxy or any of that garbo, just like amateur imported her in. I appended her stuff and finally got it to work. But and she renders in material previews properly, but she doesn't solid properly, and I don't know why. If you go and like select her mesh here, and you go down to object and viewport display, like this is just not rendering properly. I don't know why. So yeah, I kind of just ignored that, and I'm kind of working in material preview here, so I can get a good look at her. Okay, so what's new, Vince? Let's hear it. What's new, Vince? Wish there was a controller that would shape key her face to I don't know how to use poses quite right, but we're gonna try again. We did a little bit of posing for Vince, but sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. I don't know. Let's put two keys there. No, did that not work? Oh, it did. It did work. Oh, okay. Okay. What if we scaled these in? These puppies also get a keyframe, and so do these. I'm trying it a different way this time. Okay, so we're doing this wrong, obviously, already. We're already doing this wrong. I wonder if I can do this. Again, we're learning these rigs, everyone. What if I Alt-G? Does that take it back to its regular? Is that her regular face? Yeah, is that her regular face? Okay, there's her regular face. Okay, so I guess we had her jaw open to start a little bit, which is fine. Oh yeah? What's new, Vince? So we go to frame. Maybe 13. And then we do the W, right? But like, I feel like these guys are like, do I have to bring those guys up too? Bummer. I guess you do, yeah. So what I want to do is go back to frame 1, select all these corner bits and put a keyframe on those, yeah, and then go to these guys, find the frame, and then maybe bring this guy up. That's a good W, I think. W and okay, so let's try to, I don't know how to do it, but we're going to try to get through this. Didn't I? That's it, right? That's all I used. So add pose, add new. This is a W. Okay, so what? And then she goes into what? No. What? Looking at my phenome chart here. So would it be this A? What? No, this is like a. Those are the same. Don't lie to me. I'm just looking if there's a different like combo wah for like if that's different, if they have one on here for that. I don't think they do, so we're gonna go with the A. The A here. Sounds good. All right, so I don't know how many frames, and again, like if I had pre-recorded the audio, as one should do, I think, in this workflow, I would maybe be able to bring in the WAV file or the video reference or whatever you do in Blender, and match it to the WAV file and set the phenomes up with where the if I don't even know if I would have the quality to scrub it, to be honest. My scrubbing capabilities are pretty. It seems pretty slow to scrub, and I'm assuming like I have all my graphics down basically. It actually doesn't matter if I change this body to low poly or her, and these are all like even on solid and like material preview. I think it's the rig, the actual rig moving, the control rig for some reason is really slow on my computer no matter how many keyframes I have. So I don't know if it's my look dev, if anyone ever could be like, hey, this is how you fix that, you're getting shitty performance because blah. And this is in solid. I mean, I'm running a 2070 rig, which like I was kind of said before in a previous stream, is like I can play Cyberpunk 2077 on this with graphics pretty cranked up, right? So why would this little scene not scrub fast? Why would I get a playback of 4 frames a second? Which is obviously I can't animate like that. Is it because of my amateur move I didn't bring in a proxy? I don't know how that works. I was watching Sir Wade yesterday, and he was working with Rain. Oops. And he brought in a proxy, and he had an issue of doing the same thing, of bringing the rig in and getting the cloud rig to work and all this. And he had a proxy. I don't know. I didn't bring in a proxy. I don't even know what that is. All I know is I can turn her sub diff on and off, and I've already got all of their sub diffs not being shown on the viewport. So, and I'm still getting like 4 FPS when I do a playback. Don't know why. I'm running a single rig. It's not I don't have a streaming rig. What's up, Aviation? How's it going? Welcome. Yeah. Okay. So we have to guesstimate in this first episode while we learn how many frames it takes to say certain things. So you calculate. I kind of calculate how many seconds it says I want her to say something. It's the best I can do. Like, oh yeah, what's new, Vince? So that's like, it's not even 2 seconds, so that's like 60 frames, right? She should be able to say what's new, Vince. In 60 frames. Okay, so what you can do is also what I do. I'm an amateur, but like I will just, make it however big I make the word that I need to, the sentence I need to make, and then I take it and scale all this keyframes down to how long it should take somebody to say that. And I've been getting by a little bit, I think. I haven't done any voiceover yet, but here's where we're at, Aviation. Would you message was rejected? I don't know what's up. What you said and why it was rejected. It didn't look like it was bad. This is without the music, so actually the jukebox. And she just had a day, honey. Goes a day. Don't even get me started, right? And she's like, oh yeah, let's hear it, Vince. Or what's new, Vince? And then we got to introduce him. Like, what's a New York tax attorney typical day like? Something like that. But that's where we're at the animating is her. What's new, Vince? So let's try to get that ish in 60 to 70 frames. We might not be able to do that. Counting the first one here is at 10 because we've got her relaxed faced, and then she goes to W at 10 frames. And let's say here, I just guesstimate a pulley, and we'll go to watts. So what we have to do is, let's try to go back in here. I'll go back into pose, I guess. What if we Alt-G this? Okay, good. Alt-G this. Bring these back to their relaxed position. And we'll do the same for these. We didn't touch those. We didn't touch that. Now let's... When's the last keyframe we had on this puppy? It is there? Okay, so let's go here and Where's the tongue rig? I kind of want to curl it. I doubt this will work. Curl it up though. Did that work? Can't even tell. I don't know. There's not a back thing because I want to. You know, she's got the tongue kind of comes. The back of it comes forward, and I'm trying to mimic that. But I think this will be fine. I'm not trying to make a Pixar movie here. Okay, or am I? Does her lower lip pull in a little, I think? Yeah, her lower lip pulls in a little. Let's add a keyframe there. Okay, let's go to keep it real in the fashion of, I wish I could quickly select all the, what's the fastest way to select all the stuff and not putting it in a separate control group, like what, it's like what did I use to influence? I mean, do I have to just remember and guess like these are what I used to influence? Let's go in and add another pose. I don't know if that's the correct way to do it. This is A, E. Let's give something a try here. Let's test this out. Let's select all, go to W, and choose Apply Pose, Library Pose. Apply Pose, Library Pose. It worked, guys. We figured poses out. All right, cool. I like that. That's very important. So I can, of course I can catalog my phenomes, right? Okay. What's new, Vince? What's? So, I don't really want to see that like that. This is kind of like better. And why is this like, okay, thank you. So what's, and it's kind of like a TS combined here at the end. So the T here, what? So it's like the A here, but what? It like the, that will make the mouths just go a little bit even wider, bring the jaw up and pop the tongue up to the top teeth, and then it'll go transition directly into this teeth together new, and then we go into something similar to the T. New. One's a pop and one's a push. but they're very similar mouth phonemes. Okay. What did I say? Let's do this. Okay. Let's go with this T here. I'm kind of done with this browser BS. You know what I mean? Let's get some pure ref. What am I using a browser for? Close that out. Now I can zoom in and everything. Okay, cool. Yay, guys. Making it work. What's up, Salvian? How's it going? Is that you doing a cartwheel? Nice. All right, so we got to do the T here, and the T. Okay, so these are the. This is the W that goes directly into the A, and then this is going to be our T, right? Let's bring the H. I said H, not G. Let's make these a little bit. Just move them a little bit more. Let's bring this let's uncurl the lip a little here, but not completely, I guess. I feel like these need to go up a little bit. They look awkward, don't they? And then let's bring the tongue up so we can get an idea. The tongue hasn't been keyed yet, so let's go back to wow. And then let's key it here. And then where is it happening? Let's make sure we're getting, I kind of want to be on the same keyframe as our buddies. Okay, good. And then choose the tongue. It's kind of curly cued. So you see the underside of it. All right, that's going to be our T. So let's take let's take everything. Let's add a new one and make it a T. And it's more than just T. More than a feeling. But we'll just put T down for now. So she should be saying what? What? And then she'll what? And on the just like immediately after, the tongue drops back down. What? And the mouth closes. So kind of like, oh gosh. Let's zero out. Ah! We had everything selected? That's why. Let's zero out that movement and the rotation. And just like bring this together. Is this? What is this anyway? That's cool. Yeah. Oh, quiet. No, I'm not. That's why I only get 3 views and 2 likes, man. Don't you know that that's what it, like, that's what it boils down to? You're the best YouTuber. I'm telling you. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a TS. So why don't we select everything again and let's just keep adding these poses. I mean, what? Although here's the deal. Shiza. When I'm doing the all thing. Damn. Can I fix this? I think I need to go back and for every phenome, don't select everything. Because if I select everything and I put it in the pose, it's going to like change. If I ever go back to T later, if she moves her hands and I tell it to go to a T pose, no pun intended, she'll go back up to put her hand up on the beard tab, right? So I have to go in and say, oh crap, what is being used here? This. Crap, I already screwed this up. Let's try this again. We can do this. We can do this. We can organize this properly, I believe. I think so. Oh, I can't see her tongue. Don't crash on me. Oh my God, where's her tongue? Where's the tongue controller? There it is. I see it in space. I see it in 3D space. What did we pick? What else? Jaw. Like what I want, would I need to select all these too? Like all the lip stuff? And let's say, this is our T. So we're going to try things differently. This is our T. We're going to try things differently. Let's save our work. What if we do that? What if we just do that for... What if we just do that for our phenome poses. Make sure that just the mouth is selected. So let's go here again and get rid of that and then add another one. I hope I'm doing this right. And this is going to be T. And then we need to go back. This is A. So we still have the same mouth bits selected, correct? I believe so. We go to AE. Let's delete this. Let's add a new pose. Add a new pose. A. Now we're capitalizing them. Now we're on it. Where's the AE? Let's go to W here, and here we go to W. Let's remove that. Let's add a new W. Yeah. Okay, so that's just what's. Okay. I love that 3 frames per second playback there. Thanks, Blender. Let's save our work. All right, so we've got some phenomes in here now. We're getting them, we're building them, we're making it happen. We're keeping it real. What time is it? How long we got on the stream? We've got coming up on an hour. We got another hour to finish her sentence and her body language along with it. We just don't want to do her mouth. We're going to try to get done her body language as well. And after she says, "What's new, Vince?" Oh yeah, what's new, Vince? She's going to take her hand off of the tap and we'll find another body position for her. But before we do that, I have to pee. So I'll be right back. You watch this animation. Okay, you guys have had enough of that. So, okay. Make sure my mic is back on. Check, check, check. Check, check. Good, good, good. I don't know. Okay, sorry. We're good. We're good. All right. So what's new? We're going into N here. What's new? New. And it's kind of like an O, right? But with an N up and tongue up. But you can't see that. You can't see the tongue up. It's like a T. What? It's like a T. What's I put my lips forward like an O. Like when you actually say what's new. What's new? Yeah, you do kind of like a pursed lip kind of thing, right? I mean, am I right? So let's let's do this. First of all, let's take this to T. That didn't work. Oh, I didn't select the tongue in T. Sucker. Human error. How do I tell it to save to a pose again? To update the pose. Aha! Take a drink. I accidentally hit rate. How do I add this to the T pose? Whatever. Is that how it works? No. Right? Sanitize pose library action. Make actions suitable for use as a pose library. Gosh, I don't know. Am I just gonna have to change the tongue every time for T? So where are we at? We want to do N. So we want to purse her lips a little bit here. And we did that before. By kind of doing this, right? That's more of an N. We're gonna just leave that as our N. New. Okay, let's save. Because every time I go into wireframe, we might crash. So select all these bad boys, the jaw. I thought that would have gotten the tongue in there. And this is going to be N. What's new? New. Oh, and then it goes right into new. She purses her lips even more for an O, for an oo. Brings her lips even closer together. So we'll do the, we'll do this. Ooh. No, Go back, go back, go back. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Done working some character animation here in the Blender. Learning stuff, learning. Let's try to make this an O in the pose library. Ooh, ooh. Okay. And then after that she will loosen up. So what if I were to then say, hey, everyone, reset your positions, reset your rotations. And I kind of want, though, other than that, to have, though, some personality here. So we'll go back to, like, what's going to be the personality. Just get just a little quirk, a little smile there. And that is what's new. Right, Rain? Let's save that and see what it looks like as we scrub through it. What's up, Stefan? How you doing, man? So, what's new? What? What happened there? Yeah, that new is what's new. What's, and then just new. God, scrub is crazy. It's crazy slow. My computer's like trying to create a winter storm inside my case there. It's like, dude, I'm just scrubbing one character in Blender, dude. Relax. It's like it's trying to denoise. There's some kind of tech that's really, it's on 8 viewport. Like, I don't know what else to do. I brought, like, whoa, yeah, that's right. When I turn ambient occlusion off, it like has these shader errors. But I've turned all of my stuff down as I practice. Psych. These are down, these are off. I deleted my cube map. I don't know if that matters. But It's just, it just doesn't run great. Okay, so what's new is all this here. What's new? What's new? Should we say Vince? Did we say Vince? What's new, Vince? Yeah, we say his name now. So V. Let's go to V. The V is the fun one, guys. V. That's like an F and a V, right? So so actually on this relaxed pose, we lied, but we'll go from relaxed to the V here. We'll try to make this a V. Oh, wrong teeth. I was like, what? Looks good to me for a V. Select that, that. Go back to poses. Let's make a new pose. V. Save. Rhubarb lip sync converts voice recordings to lip sync. Would it be easy to use for this cloud rig? Like, I don't know, like, because this rig, every rig is different, right? So how would it know to use this? Because this is done with cloud rig, which is a, what is it called? With Rigify? Is it like based on Rigify? Would that convert over? That's what I'm really, because I want to do stuff in like Mixamo also, but I don't know how to bring this rig in properly. And like attach an alembic or something to it to make it animate. I have no idea. I have to watch some stuff on that. I'm like old school keyframe. You know? But yeah, Blender Rhubarb. It's funny, it's called Rhubarb. You know why it's called Rhubarb? I think that's what, I don't know. I think it's like because background actors in films and stuff, when they tell people to pretend like they're talking, rhubarb is one of the things you're supposed to like mouth. Like you just mimic, you say rhubarb over and over. It's probably why they called it that. That's cool. Let's see. What's new? N, and then we go to an I. Can I get an I? Vince. Vince. At some point, we'll have all these in our post library, and we won't have to redo them much. We can actually just go, hey, go to the I phenome. Winning at that point. All right, so it's very similar to an I and an E. So why don't we see if we can do this? Everything's selected, right? What if we go here and say, can I Why is her tongue up pushed up against her teeth there? I guess. Because I is like two different phonemes in one, right? This stream, you're gonna be going crazy with me making my noises. Elephant juice, exactly. Yeah. Or olive juice. Olive juice or elephant shoes. You've combined them both. See the game of telephone throughout the history? It's either elephant shoes or olive juice. And you said elephant juice. You combine two different things. That's hilarious, but it works. Yeah. Because this isn't just some standard skeletal rig, right? I don't know what I would. I think Rain. This rig has all kinds of different bones to it. If you go look in the bones section, you get a bunch of bones, right? It's done by Rigify. I don't know, and then on top of the bones, this bone structure and whatnot, it's got this like special cloud rig where you can do where you do most of the tweaking. You do a lot of the work here. So I wouldn't know if like what part of this beautiful rig would I feed in and import and export and stuff. It's all confusing to me, you know. Olive juice, like Manhattan. Martinis have an olive in them, like an olive juice. Looks like I love you as well. Anyway, okay. So we want to, I feel like, close the mouth a little. Is this, what is this? Okay, that's where it's supposed to be. Vin, and then we go to an N. It's fine. I'm fine with all that there. Vince. Okay. Select all this stuff and here, and then we go to an N. Like right here. Now I'm gonna have to shorten probably all of this after I animate it because it's tricky with my playback speed and crappy scrub speed. And then I'll shrink the whole, like all the animation to try to get the right timing for it at some point here. If I export from Blender to Collada to a DAE file, I don't know. I'd have to watch a video almost. Like just reading forum posts or hearing hearsay is like it's very confusing because this is actually just really complicated. Even I watched a guy yesterday work with the Rain rig, doing the same thing, importing her into his scene and messing with it, and it was like he had such a headache. He was a Maya user, but he was learning in Blender as well, and he was just like trying to intuitively figure out being a professional animator how to do this, and he was like confused. And it's weird because it's so much of these rigs are so user friendly and beautifully made, but at the same time it's like, why can't I just know what to select, like select the character as a whole, and it'll take the character and the rig and the bones and like have it as a unit. But I think this cloud rig makes it confusing. I don't know. Anyway, so did we try clicking N yet? Was that our N? No, it's not. Yeah, I guess I did make the N like that. Then, and then we go to S right after. And then we relax pose. I don't know why I took the whole head there. She's always a little happy though, right? She's a cool gal. All right, let's save. And let's walk through the phenomes and see if we can mouth it. Don't ask me why she's black here, because like that's what she's supposed to be when you're solid shaded. She's also supposed to be colored like him, like even in solid shade. The artists were awesome and they made the colors even for viewport display, the character colors, which is dope. For some reason, this is not working for her. You have to have her on material preview to see her, or render to see her stuff. If she's in solid view, she's like this, and I'm like, what? I don't know how to troubleshoot that. Okay, let's see. We'll have to start adding the we'll start slowly adding the head movements in, the eyebrows, the blinking, and all that in a second. DA rig is similar to Rigify, but I don't know how it would handle your lip sync. Yeah, that's tricky. Das ist tricky. She's tricky. T-I-C-K-Y. She's tricky. Okay. Let's do it. So she says, off camera, oh yeah, well, because if you go here to here, we can go a quick run through of where I'm at. Stefan, I don't know if you've seen this. Had a day, huh? A day. Don't even get me started, Rain. Oh yeah, well. And then she says like something here off, like as she's in this frame, she starts to say, "Oh yeah, well, what's new, Vince?" And so yeah, we'll do that's what we're doing now is what's new, Vince here. What's new, Vince? And what's new, Vince, is like 2 seconds, like 60 frames basically. So I feel like we have to make sure that all of this is gonna fit in 60, like around 2.5 seconds, at least right there, right? It's 30 frames a second, a little over 2 seconds. her N to C, her nts at the end of Vince is a little weird, but how long are we? We have another hour on the stream. I feel like I want to add her. Her next line in. You don't want to have it that. Oh yeah, what's new, Vince? What's new, Vince? And then she shifts. She's gonna move and say something. She's gonna shift positions and say something. Let's animate some life into her around the dialogue there. She'll shift her weight and she'll shift her head and she'll blink and she'll raise her eyebrows and stuff as we do. Her eye line's good, right? I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. She says, "Oh yeah," off screen. Oh yeah? Maybe. That's not the one we want. This is the one we want. Did I give this a keyframe by accident over here? I shouldn't have keyframes here. I don't need keyframes here. I selected it by accident. I feel like there's this weird setting where it's trying to create some kind of, maybe it's like the depth of field on my camera. When I'm in material view, it's still trying to render depth of field, which I think is partly the problem why my performance in scrubbing is so crap. However, when I go to solid view, yeah, that's way better. Unfortunately, and I'm getting 8. I'm still even, look on playback here, I'm getting 7, 8 frames a second playback. It's impossible to truly tell. Unless, like, what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to have to record the audio first. Record the VO first, and then match the VO to, match the lip sync to the VO I already did. And then I would know exactly on the time frame and how long words take to say. I mean, that's the whole, like, that's the trick, right? Like, why wouldn't I be doing that? It's madness that I'm like trying to calculate frames in how many seconds, and like everybody's gonna start talking like Christopher Walken. Hello, little man. Today, I'm gonna make a dish, and you don't know, and it's like the timing is totally off. As Chris Walken talks, he's walking in a winter wonderland. So unfortunately, I have to do this like material preview here. But if I do that now, I'm already down 2-3 more frames a second when I do that. Because it's trying to like look at the, it's trying to create this like ambient occlusion, global illumination-y kind of, I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe it's because I have an irradiance volume in the, I don't know, in the map. I feel like it started performing poorly when after I started trying to work with irradiance baking and whatnot. Okay, so the head move's already good. What's new, Vince? And she's got it set up where her eye contact keeps. Vince wasn't set up like that, but right now, Rain's eyes are FK, I guess, or whatever they call it, IK. I don't know how it's set up, but Rain's eyes are staying in place no matter what I do with her head, which is mostly what I want. All right, let's throw in a couple blinks here. Let's go to about right there. Let's choose her upper eyelids. Put a keyframe there. A blink should be what, 4 to 6 frames? Do one more blink here. And then, like, it takes her a good 2 to 3 seconds to shift to her new location before she starts her next line, I think. So that's a good 60 to 90 frames. 90 frames, 90 to 100 frames for her to find her next spot where she'll start talking, I think. All right, let's keep animating her face. Let's do some eyebrow acting. What's new, Vince? What's new, Vince? Oh yeah? What's new, Vince? And it's maybe kind of like... Unstoppable today. Do you have Instagram? What's up, dude? I have an Instagram, but not as me. Is more the actor me, not as the not as me. As more of me, actor me, not CG. I'm going to be setting up a CG Instagram at some point here with all my stills and animation BS and like just CG stuff. But Unstoppable, thanks. Yeah, if you just look up Michael Reed underscore IG, that's my personal / actor Instagram. I don't do Instagram very much. I need to do more. I don't do social media very much. It kind of annoys me. Social media, it's like turning our society into zombies. You just stare at their phone all day. There's like 1 second of uncomfortable waiting anywhere, especially in public. People don't want to be seen waiting. Just waiting. They want to be seen. They pick up their phone. They're just like okay, this, I feel way more comfortable doing nothing, swiping and checking my Instagram, and it's such a weird thing, man. So basically, I don't do that. But anyway, I do have stuff. I mean, I do have a personal Instagram with some stuff. I just need to update a little bit. Okay, so we've got our eyebrows moving. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping in, though, man. By the way, hey guys, don't forget to like the video. By the way, hit that like button. You know what I mean? That's all I ask, man. Hit it. Sweet. Okay, so Vince. What's new, Vince? What's new, Vince? Getting there with her head. You can't even see any of her blinks. The playback is so bad you can't even see a blink. That's why it's like really hard to work with this frame rate and performance. I feel like something is wrong with the way I set this scene up, that it's just not optimized. This isn't even the high poly. I don't think, again, it's poly count. It's a poly count issue. It's just not. It's some kind of post effect, texture rendering, depth of field thing going on that's making my performance so bad. When I started the project, in the very beginning of the project, I got way better playback. But as I slowly started working, I tweaked some EV settings, and I went past the point of no return, and I did something I couldn't undo, and it's just I've lost serious performance. Let's have her eyebrows come back down, or back into the like resting position. But not both at the exact same time, but similar times. And I don't like how it just does that move without any shifting, because it's kind of unnatural. So while it's making this move, maybe we can bring them up. Hey, of course things look weird anytime you, hey, you just do eyebrow stuff, so we want to make sure we have some head movement in there as well. always and forever. Kind of want her to flop her head this way. And I don't know if we want to, I guess we'll have her keep eye contact the whole time. She gives it the old double eyebrow. No. Cool. I'm happy with the neck movement and head movement and eyebrow movement and blinking. Let's just get some life into the fingers, into the hands, into the shoulders. And it's weird. I don't know if anyone noticed. No one really noticed. Check it out. What do you notice? What do you notice anything weird about the shot? Not counting the jerky animation. You'll notice she doesn't have any legs. Her legs didn't render. Don't know why. Don't know why she's got ghost legs. I mean, her legs are there. I don't understand. How long have I been learning Blender Unstoppable? Did you design the logo on the bar pump? It looks like the Bonningham's logo. No, I didn't design that. I didn't design any of the bar shit. I've been learning Blender now for 2 years. Since 2.8 came out is really when I started focusing on CG, about 2 years. I learned a little back in the day on Max and Maya, both Max and Maya. I gave them both a run for their money as a hobbyist for a minute, but then I really didn't do much CG. More of an actor, film guy / survival in this crazy world guy. And but yeah, just since 2.8 did I really fall in love with CG again and actually focus. But this is actually my first week in character animation, so I've never really I've done a few test character animations looking at these rigs before in the past and did some test renders, but this is the first time I'm really actually jumping in and doing lip sync and really trying to learn some character animation. It's rough, but it's fun. It's good. Good to hear you're great. How long has the stream been going? About a half an hour, 20 minutes. We got to wrap it up. We got our first line out, and then we'll get her shifting or something and moving around. Maybe in 20 minutes. I don't think we can get to it. Settle on maybe if we can focus, get her to settle on her new position. It's going to be tricky though, because we're going to have to learn how to stop giving this hand to be IK or FK rather. Because if you look here, I don't know how and why, and I did not do this. I did not set this up. It worked perfectly for me, kind of, almost perfectly. If you look at it, I move her thing around here, her hand is stuck to the beer tap, which is beautiful. That really helps me out in a lot of ways. Notice how the left hand, though, is not stuck to the bar, which I wish it was. But for some reason, I've gone back and forth and looked at both of these hand controllers, and I haven't changed anything in the FK-IK switch. They both are identical to each other as far as I can tell, keyframes and everything and setup. However, one is like FK frozen, the other one is, or the one's IK frozen, the other one's like parented to the body, But this one's not parented to the body in a weird way. I don't know. I'm not good enough to know what exactly. Oh man, thank you. Thanks, Stefan. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's go in and let's have her shift her weight a little bit on Vince. When she says Vince, she'll. So let's go to the beginning. We're going to be shifting weight a little on this center of gravity thing. What is this going to do? I forget. This is the hinge, right? Yeah, she hinges forward, and unfortunately this left arm I could never figure out. Trust me, I've gone in here and I've gone over to FK switching. I don't know why this is a yellow, why this is yellow and why this is blue. That's probably the reason why one is sticking and the other one is not. So let's get a which one do I want to use? Like realistically, I think this one. If I want to shift weight. So let's put a keyframe here on the hips. Let's put a keyframe for the shoulders, each shoulder. We've already got the neck animation in there. Let's go in to where she says Vince. And let's save our work. Let's go in here. Oh, we've set a keyframe all the way up there, but what we want to do is actually set another keyframe here. And then let's have her shift her weight. We'll have to fix her left hand. It's like we have to babysit her left hand, so we'll work on that in a second. But here we have a little, there's not enough motion here. I always have to like to have a little bit of a switcheroonie. Like she's got a little bit of a sway as she talks, as they always should, right? This is going to be about 100 frame animation. 4 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds. And she's going to break away here from the tap in a second. Like right around here is where she should break away from the tap. But all of this is where she's still holding onto the tap. And see how her hand is popping up and down there. That's just unacceptable. Let's so we have to babysit that, like I said. Let's try to do some shoulder animation here. We're probably going to cut in for a tight shot. I don't know if I want this whole... We're going to render 2 different angles for this. I kind of want to do a dirtier angle for this. Like, right now we've got that. We've got this cool shot, which then we don't have to worry about her. I want to add this into the shot at some point here. This shot, like low angle. We have wide shots not working, the rain OTS, but I wanted a different one that's just dirtier, a little bit dirtier, wrapped around Vince a little bit and having it more like straight, actual, like legit OTS over the shoulder there. But we'll worry about that when we cross that bridge. So let's put a keyframe here since we have to babysit this hand. And I don't know a better way because I personally haven't figured out how to get her hand to lock on to the like this on the beer tap. Thank you. If there's anyone new here, what's up? How's it going? We can do a quick little playback of what we're at just so people can see. We got a couple of new. I always like to just kind of show what little short film we're working on. Super rough. This is my first animation, character animation ever, so that's cool. Roast me. Had a day, huh? A day. Don't even get me started, Rain. Oh yeah? And then we cut to her saying, "Tell me about it, Vince," or "What's new, Vince?" And we already lip synced the "What's new, Vince," and we're just doing the body stuff now. And of course that's floating. So sometimes what I like to do is I will put her like middle finger above the 50 here. I have no idea how people do it. Like as close, like right on the edge. I'm living on the edge. And then I try to keyframe on the keyframes this thing identically on where it was every time. Okay. And there's some wiggle. There's still wiggle. We've got wiggle. And that's like just something that I'm going to have to deal with. Or do I? It looks stupid. And also, let's animate her to make it look like there should be wiggle. There's some natural wiggle. If we animate her shoulder a little, or her elbow. Let's add a marker in there, a keyframe. And you know, she kind of like shifts her elbow out a little there, right? And then kind of maybe brings her elbow back a little bit. Just a little bit of life there. Let's try to orthographically do the same thing we did before, where I'm going to go to frame 1 here. We're going to see where we're going to look at where her finger is in relation to like the frame next to it. I don't know if this is a good method, but we're gonna try it. And it's touching I'm okay with that move. This isn't good. Okay. Well, look, see, look, why would it dip down in here? The keyframe never tells it to dip down. It does these weird things, and it's probably because of the interpolation, or I need to go into the graph editor and work on that. I don't even know where in the graph editor these things live, where all of these. So now this somehow decided I want to go back down lower than you put me before to work with the keyframe you just made. I have no idea why. And then this one is like, oh yeah, you're going there? I guess I will go higher than I need to be. And then it's like, oh yeah? Remember that first key you made? Nope. That was wrong. Okay. I don't know what the wiggle is going to be like here, how much it changed actually in my top view. So if I go into side view and top view and try to make things work, looks like it's very minimal wiggle, so we're good there. Let's save. We'll bring her right hand to life now as well. Did you make characters yourself? No, I didn't. Unstoppable. Hello, El Medi Guazini. What's up? Hey guys, good to have you here. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. There's only 5 likes here. I don't believe it. I'm trying to do an experiment of, improving my likes so I don't have 90 people watch my video and 3 people like it. And I'm like, why am I so terrible? No, the character design and stuff is all in the description of the YouTube video. If you look in the YouTube video, you can see who made it, where you can get it. These are free rigs that are on Blender Cloud, and these are the 2 free rigs they have. They have some awesome free other rigs too that are money, but these are the 2 free ones, which are no less quality than their other rigs, but they offer these for free. Not only for free, but you can use these commercially, as long as you credit Blender Cloud and whomever, so I'm trying to learn character animation with these. I know I'm like giving myself a learning curve because I'm jumping right into like legit rigs, but I don't want to learn character animation on a little like skeleton rig. I want to learn it on like. This is built, see, this is specifically made, these 2 characters are made to bring new people in, right? That's what they're made for. They're made to be professional, like, near Pixar level, professional in terms of character design, rigging, enveloping, all the weight stuff, and like, I don't know. And, but at the same time be user-friendly. You can go in here and I can say, turn off the face rig. I can say, here I want to work on the fingers, so you can click the fingers and then you can work on the fingers. There's clothing stuff, if she had a scarf, face primary, face extended. So you've got all these things, and I don't know how to do it yet, but you can go in and you can start tweaking FK, IK switches and stuff like that, and hinging. And that's what I'm learning right now, and that's part of the difficult process. Because I was explaining earlier to people, right now, if you notice, when I move this thing, obviously her right hand is stuck to the tap, which is awesome. I love it. I want to be able to do that easy with a click. Like to keyframe something, to set it somewhere, to click it, to keyframe it, and have it be like this from IK to FK switch or whatever hinge, whatever they call it, right? I don't know how. I've repeated myself several times. I've looked at both of these things in their keyframes, in their settings, in their everything, and they look identical. And I didn't change one. I didn't tell one to do something. But this one decided to stick there. This one decided not to stick there. And now I'm going to have to worry about next bit of, after this next animation section, I'm going to have to worry about figuring out how to now get this to act like this again. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. All right, let's go in and add some life to these two fingers. Let's do some finger acting. I have a good 10 more minutes to do. 10 more minutes on the stream, and then I got to hop on my other job. So this has these things. What are these? These are to make it grow. These are rotate. What is the scale? Yeah, the scale is weird. See, Vince has things like this that allow you to open and close the hand. Like Vince's hand rig somehow is set up better, or I'm just not understanding Rain. Rain is a more advanced rig. Vince came first, and then Rain came like 2 iterations. Like this is Rain version 2, and she's got the blend cloud, and I don't think he has the blend cloud on him, but he's got some cool hand things. Let's go in here and and if I do available, I don't know why it did so many there. And then let's do some animating. And that's hand acting. As long as you've got some kind of like, you don't want to overdo it though, right? You don't want to bring focus to a portion of the hand, but you know, humans are always doing some kind of fiddly stuff. We like to fiddle and twitch. So that is her left, her right hand acting. And let's do we need some, let's do some other hand acting. You little biscuit. Let's make the fingers work with the fucking wobble. At least some of the fingers. Okay, I think we've got hand acting for both hands now. And we're on 2 hours, and that's basically what we need. So we did, what's new, Vince? Had her shift around, blink, what's new, Vince? We mouthed her, what's new, Vince? And, excuse me, and we animated her body, her face, her fingers. So she's set up here to, I don't want to do a render yet on this per se. Maybe I will tonight just to get it done. But we'll jump into her next line, which is her next line is going to say something to the extent of introducing what city they're at and what Vince does for a living. And we know they're in New York City, and we want to figure out what Vince is going to do in his job. I kind of want to do like, there's a ton of New York jokes that are just made for New York. And I want to have like some cheesy, like, he's a mensch, like this, like, he just has these like New York jokes that he throws that are cringeworthy. And she's like, oh, really? Like, I don't know, just for practice, like, what are we going to do, Cool. So that is it. And also just so I show what we have, that shot that we just saw, what's new, Vince, is going to happen directly after this last shot. Now I know the animation is too slow, It's not perfect. It's my it's my first one. Roast me. And she starts talking. She starts talking when the camera's still here, and then it cuts to, she has a line, and then it'll cut to what's new, Vince, from this camera angle or something tighter than that. And there we are. And just so you guys know, we are working on Cozy Stream. We might do the Cozy Stream tonight again. We might skip tonight, depending on how things. But in the Cozy Streams, we have some fine libations, hang out, shoot the breeze, and work on concept to render. We find some awesome artists we like, and who will let us use their work, his or her work, and then we create it in Blender. And that's kind of our cozy, let's get slightly inebriated excuse to drink and work in 3D. So yeah, my beer don't need no blender. I'm just kidding. So guys and gals, thank you very much for sticking around for this morning stream, and I might be on later tonight. Hit the subscribe or bell button and you will be notified about it. Thanks a lot, guys.